Look what came today. Hey everybody, this is Phil and Brandon from Zaid Comics, the creators of the upcoming graphic novel Magic Cop. We just showed off the cover for the graphic novel right there, and we are the two best looking brothers in all of comic books. And today we're doing an unboxing of the Hellboy board game. Now this was launched on Kickstarter probably like a year ago, and I got the highest tier where you get everything with the stretch goals and all. They kept adding more mini figures, and it's the perfect time. It literally arrived the week after the movie came out, and we're gonna open it up. So,
well, it coincided with the release of the movie pretty well.
Yeah, very well. Take it out. I already opened up the shipper. I showed you the shipper earlier, and it's really cool. It's got the Hellboy logo on it. It says Hellboy board game.
It even has a, you know how like sometimes boxes have the product code on there? The product code for this box is a Hellboy overpack. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. So it's like the shippers that come with sideshow statues. They have like the serial number on it and says like which statue you're getting. I always try to keep those, even though when you collect statues like I do, then you just have a bunch of boxes laying around your house.
Yeah. None of them fit in each other,
Yeah,
so
no.
that's taking up the maximum amount of space.
Yeah, so don't look at my basement.
Fix the glare problem. So the Hellboy box.
It'll be much easier to see without this wrapping on. But as you can see here, there's like, what, an inch?
No, it's not an inch. It's like a quarter of an inch down here of bottom. The bottom box doesn't get covered by the top box. So I'm wondering if there's a quarter of an inch up here of just extra stuff, or if this bottom box is just taller than the top box.
Or it could be air.
Yeah, they just filled it with compressed air.
Nice matting.
Yeah, the box is really nice going.
Matte box. And this is, it's licensed by Dark Horse and Mike Mignola, so it has all of his art. And I think some of the art is just for this box. It's just the box art. Really cool, reminiscent of the covers of his BPRD comic.
Who's this guy?
This is Klaus, remember, from Hellboy 2?
Oh yeah, he just looks not like
Johann von Klaus, I think his name is. I know his name is Johann. And the J, you got big red up here. Looks awesome.
Big red.
All that shadowing.
They didn't call him Red in the movie.
Liz Sherman.
Right?
In the new movie?
No.
Yeah, I guess
See, they kept calling him Hellboy, and I was like, man, that's a long, weird name to call him this guy.
True.
Alright, is this going to be one of those videos where we don't open it and we shoot it with a 50 caliber sniper rifle and see if it stops the bullet?
No.
Oh.
Spent some money on here. So yeah, you see how it's a little glossy and shiny, that UV, they have that on like school textbooks or college textbooks usually. Yeah. There's a stupid design is UV'd.
Right. Well, no, we got to check the height. Oh no, it is. The bottom box and the top box are the same height, so there's extra
inside set.
It's all of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's on top of that.
Well, I'm glad you're here for the technical things, so everybody's wondering. Alright, we got these character cards. One thing I've noticed that the miniatures aren't painted on the character cards, which I don't like. They should be painted, right?
They could have painted at least one
set.
Yeah,
one set.
Right?
And then on the character cards, you'd have, who's this? Kate Corrigan on paint her up. That's weird.
That is super weird.
But you have the cover of the game on here also.
So I wonder if they were going like that Hall of Warriors, where it's
probably
they're
not.
You think they just were cheap on it?
Yeah. What you're saying, like the
like
Mortal Kombat statues,
where it's like the stone statues, like chess pieces. It's like here's the
Tutorial.
chess pieces.
No one needs the instructions to play a board game, right?
Man, I
The
thought this was
rules.
like, these are pretty thin.
The cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
there's
mean,
a
like
lot of
this
them
or-
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's a
I thought
lot
there
of
was-
cards here, and they're pretty thin.
They're not like a card stock. They're kind of
Yeah.
like a heavy paper.
Rules, rules. Some ads for other games that they make, Dungeon Saga and Star Saga, and then a little print of just what was on the cover.
We could probably go up with this a touch.
No, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, a little print, and then the same one but in black and white.
Well, that's the unpainted version to show you how cool the minis could be if they were colored.
Oh yeah, maybe there's a painted version of the cards, the character cards.
I'm sure.
Just kidding. All right, and then now this is covered in plastic, just like your favorite cookies from the store. And you got a bunch of little things. I know when they were in the process of making this, all the colors, they made them colorblind friendly colors. So, because John Haruza, he's gonna play this a lot.
Shout out to John Haruza
Yeah.
for his inability to tell red between red orange and orange.
Yeah, and then these cards, what do you think? These cards seem flimsy? Those things seem thicker.
These are like
Yeah, these are thicker.
thin, man. These are like
these
playing
ones.
card
These
thickness.
ones are thicker.
No, they're all the same.
I think they're thicker than these ones.
No, I think this just
because it's longer, it feels-
the weight. The leverage.
Alright, so we got all this stuff, which is a bunch of cards for a bunch of different games. It's a scenario type game. You basically build your little map area for the mission you're going to go on. And it's up to 4 players. And you choose your characters, you lay your bad guys down, and you fight the boss. I haven't really played a game like this. The closest we've played was Sentinels of the Multiverse, which is a strictly card-based game. And then another level. Big packing foam. Wow, there's a lot of... So here's your maps.
So there's different scenarios you're saying.
These aren't flimsy.
These are not flimsy.
Yeah, there's different scenarios. So you have the Conqueror Worm, which I see him in the box here, and you got the bunch of bad guys, and you can pick from different characters.
You know what's nice about these that I could see? They're not on foam. They're on like some
Press
low
board,
density, like paper that's been pressed together.
Yeah.
So they have weight to them. That's what I was worried about. I was worried about them being on foam. That's that
Crazy
back
top?
massager that Jeremiah has in his office.
Yeah, is that what he calls it? And then here's your miniatures. 900 miniatures this thing comes with. Like I said, the stretch goals were basically, after a while, just all miniatures. And they raised so much money on this Kickstarter that there's a bust of Hellboy for no reason. Everybody has busts now.
Yeah, they're too dark to be like stone.
Yeah, well, they just did them because you got to paint them. No one's thinking about stone stuff. So these guys just pulled it out. So cool. We got little kid Hellboy. I don't know what he has in his hand.
To the carrot.
Rasputin with those cool gauntlets.
See what we got here. Look at these guys. Let's see. Do we have something for scale? Let's get
Yeah,
a
the
good
big ones.
old-fashioned American
Hecate
dollar
or
bill.
Hecate.
All right, here's your classic crumpled up dollar, and
Rasputin.
there's
Rasputin with his
guys
death
there.
gloves. A bunch of different Hellboys I could see. You got this Hellboy bust. The boss goddess of the crossroads. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I say Hecate because it sounds cooler than whatever everybody else says. But you got Abe Sapien holding the spear that he threw through Rasputin's chest. Spoilers in the first story arc. So, and there's
We'll have to flash this
a
for
bunch more. Yeah, from 20 years ago.
There's no statute of limitations.
And here's your big bosses over here.
Let's get one of these guys
Look
out
at this
here.
guy.
He's massive.
That's gonna look cool painted. I don't know if I'll ever paint him. We'll get Nick on that. But yeah, awesome Conqueror Worm.
Let's check this out real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for Lobster Johnson. He better be in here.
They don't smell like those Moldorama things.
So you're disappointed, is what you're saying?
Well, yeah, those Moldorama things. I mean, I don't know how many Moldorama machines there are that are not in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm talking about, you go to like a museum or
Just go to
a
Brookfield
zoo.
Zoo.
And then they have those machines that make the little things out of plastic.
Dude, they have the monkey with a gun.
Phill is
Put a picture
obsessed with Monkey with the Gun.
Yeah.
So for
From A Box Full of Evil, I think it's called. The short story, Hellboy.
so for holiday, one of the holidays, what was
Holiday.
it? Was it
For
Christmas?
holiday.
Was it? It was Christmas,
Yeah,
right?
it's
I made him this piece of art that we'll insert later on when we'll cover Phil's
over
face with it
Brandon's
later.
face over here.
So I made him this cardboard thing.
Out of
Yeah.
cardboard thing. Made out of cardboard, painted up, and it's the funniest 3 panels in comics. It's so hilarious. And so then the rest of these guys are your like, oh my god, there's more under there. They're your minions. So you got Nazis, and you know they're smaller. They're all to scale, right? So you got your.
So here's this dollar again.
You got your frogmen with like pokers. And then these guys are your Nazi soldiers.
Yeah, these are basically just like
foot soldiers.
The regular army men, like toy army men.
More under there?
Yes. It's like there's 7
and
levels
here's your
of hell
monsters.
down here.
There's like your harpies.
Oh, that's the bottom of the box. There are some casting seams on these, which I guess if you were going to paint them, you'd have to go in with a nice little file and shred some of this off. But it's not too bad. The seams don't really go across the entire... There's not like one seam that goes like this. There's a seam here. I think you could see it looks like they tried to do their best about hiding the seams in some of the creases of the characters. We'll have to see what... We'll check out this werewolf. This guy has no noticeable seams on him whatsoever. And I don't know if you can see this because there's no way this is going to focus on this. This little werewolf guy has so much texture on him. He's so good.
Pretty furry.
Are they... I would imagine they're like computer sculpted, right?
I think so.
Did they show that?
Yeah, I think they showed some models.
This guy is super detailed.
I made a little platform.
Yeah, looks good.
I'm very happy with that one. Where is my Lobster Johnson? I don't know. Who's that guy? This guy is oh, this is the guy with the steel boots on. He's like this little troll. I forget his name, but he wears steel, like shackled shoes. He's like some Irish folk tale thing. He's in there.
Yeah, they do a lot of mythos.
Oh yeah, it's all based on different myths. That these are really cool.
Why are there 2 of them?
Just in a different position, like Hecate, the serpent goddess of the crossroads, who's always trying to turn Hellboy evil, and then he punches her and stuff.
That's pretty cool. So there's no Lobster Johnson?
He's got to be somewhere in here. So we got. Let's do this real quick. This one's the big guys.
This one's just like these frog guys.
Oh, here we go. I see a bust of Lobster Johnson here. Turkey. Yeah, here he is. Lobster Johnson.
The packaging itself is really nice. So when you go to put it away, everything's going to fit back. Phill made a comment earlier about how once you take this stuff out and you move it around, you're never going to be able to put it back together in the same way. But everything looks like it fits together very, very well, and everybody has their own little specific place.
Yeah.
What's up with this turkey?
I don't know.
Like
I remember them announcing that for the.
There's like the Thanksgiving stretch goal.
Johnson, as played by Thomas Hayden Church in the new Hellboy movie.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the review.
Yeah.
Of that one.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look through the book and read the rules and the different scenarios and stuff like that, because there's so much you could do with this. And we have a friend, a coworker that is super into board games, and he was just getting into Hellboy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've read all of Hellboy, loved the character in the comics, and wanted to back this, even if it just we don't play it for like 2 years because we're so busy with stuff. But we'll have it, and we backed it, and we were a part of this campaign on Kickstarter. It's really, really good to see that they got this out timely and for the movie launch. Look, and they've got some little other scenarios on the back of these tiles.
Yeah, how many are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 of these big ones, and then there's one of the little one, and then that's it, right?
Yeah.
And then they're both double-sided.
Yeah, so
they're all
sure
double-sided,
different
right?
scenarios and stuff like that. I think this box was everything. The the biggest box they had there, I think it was like $80, which I thought was super reasonable. And that, or you could buy the smaller ones, which only had the base level things, and the some of the add-ons you could buy separately. But for $80, you get everything. That's super cool. I saw at C2E2 that some people had their, like, what do you call it, the retail packs, and they were selling them there, which was cool. The smaller ones.
It was less than these guys, right? What?
Yeah.
So what was the difference between like the retail pack and in this pack? Was it the number of figures that you get, or possibly the number of scenarios?
I think the retail one is you just get the base pack, which is your scenarios and then the characters that you need for the game. Everything else was basically just like downloadable content, right? So it's whatever the company, which is Mantic Games, could come up with. Oh, we want Lobster Johnson in there, and when we get this stretch goal, we're adding him. We want to do the Conquering Worm scenario, we're add that. And so it's just more figures. We're adding a bunch of Nazis, and it fills up the box. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then there's one down here, so 6. And then
6.
the dies.
Yeah,
and the little
6
explosion
trays
stuff.
of figurines that you.
Did you show
can
the
paint?
the explosion thing?
Oh no!
There's like little fireballs and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's
in
cool.
this thing, and
Cool. Yeah, really unique art, and like Hellboy's has a big mythos to it because it's been running for 20 years nonstop, which is why I love the comic and the character. And they just knocked this out of the park. Like, from a company being like, "Hey, we want to make a Hellboy board game," and them agreeing to it, they really put their time into it, and can't wait to play it.
yeah, the quality's good. I wish these cards were a little bit thicker, personally.
Yeah.
We haven't opened them up yet, but they're kind of cheap. And then you're right. You're right about this. Like,
Yeah, you want your cool art on there.
Black and white. It's not a painted statue. Okay, don't paint the statue. Just put a picture of this character from the comic book on here.
Yeah.
And I would imagine all the back of the cards look like this, which is just, a cover of one of the comics or something. It's the same thing that's on the cover of the box.
On the cover of the box.
So
he did that originally for the board game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
they
they cheaped out on this. They should have just put
ripped them from the comics.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Put some eye candy on there for people to see the art.
Was it fan service?
Yeah, fan service. Yeah. So I think.
But other than that, the quality's good. The pieces are really nice. In fact, this worm guy is the only guy that I see a seam on. I don't see a seam on even any of these tiny guys.
Yeah.
They're really good quality.
Playing the game.
And the plastic is pretty nice. It seems like it might take paint really well. So if you are somebody who wants to paint figures, I feel like these are probably going to paint really, really well.
Yeah. Cool. Well, if you guys enjoyed the video, give us a like and subscribe. We're trying to reach 50 subscribers before the end of the month. And hit that notification button so you guys know when we put up new videos. We're going to be doing a Hellboy review video soon. We'll probably film that now. And
what'd you think of the Hellboy?
not now. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. It's a ton of content that I have the rest of my life to dive into, and yeah, I'm super satisfied with it. These fireball things are cool.
Yeah. So head over to zaidcomics.com and subscribe to our newsletter, and you guys could get access to the Magic Cop pilot issue, which is coming out May the 4th of 2019.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be launching the full issue on Indiegogo in August. So make sure you guys sign up to the newsletter on there. We're getting people signing up all the time, so keep doing that. We're going to start putting out newsletters, and you'll get access to the pilot issue before anybody else. And thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.
See ya.